Everyone, just want to do a quick little video here, kind of segue into some video we took at the creek a few weeks back. It was actually President's Day, the day we got out, and I wanted to do this and had everything saved and just never got around to it. But I thought it'd be cool to do some, dig up some gold facts pertaining to presidents. So I did just that and wanted to go over a couple here. Maybe you learn something. Maybe spark you to do some more research and just learn some interesting facts about some history. So, anyways, as we know, Washington is the one celebrated on President's Day. Couldn't find much on him, but I did find that he was never having false teeth, and when he became president, he had a set of false teeth carved from hippopotamus and elephant ivory. They're actually held together with gold springs. So maybe the first dental work, holding those things together. So I thought that was interesting. Jumping ahead here, let's see. Next thing I've got is in 1835. So about, what's that? 75, 35, 20, 50 years later, let's just say. I'm not doing the math, but President Andrew Jackson signed the Act of 1835 that created the United States mint production of these three facilities in the South. In 1838, they opened New Orleans, Louisiana, and then Charlotte, North Carolina, and Dahlonega, Georgia were opened shortly thereafter. Interesting thing to note, out of all of the mints in all of the U.S. history, Charlotte and Dahlonega were the only mints to only ever mint gold coins. They never minted silver, copper, anything like that, nickel, none of those. It was all gold until they were shut down. Let's see, 1848. We know what happened then. California Gold Rush. But it's interesting that it was so profound in our nation's history that the president actually made remarks about it in his inaugural address, and that was James K. Polk talking about Colonel Richard Mason, who was California's military governor. And Polk stated in his inaugural address, "The accounts of abundance of gold are of such an extraordinary character as would scarcely command belief were they not corroborated by the authentic reports of officers in the public service." So basically what he's saying is it's not hearsay. This is not a joke. There's a lot of gold out there. Go get it. So just fascinating that would come up in an inaugural speech. Let's go to let's see, are we done with the 1800s? Yes, let's go to the 1900s. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt issued the Executive Order 6102, which outlawed the private ownership of gold by American citizens and enforcing them to sell them to the Federal Reserve. So, as a result, from between 1933 and 1937, the Federal Reserve increased from $4 billion to $12 billion. So, again, that was part of getting us out of the Great Depression. The Federal Reserve, also Fort Knox, a little tidbit, nod to my home state here. It's constructed of granite mined at the North Carolina Granite Corporation Quarry Complex, which is outside of Mount Airy, North Carolina. Massive complex. You should look it up if you don't know about it. All right, moving along here. The Presidential Gold Program. Everyone knows they have the $1 gold pieces. That was brought to light in 2005, passing the House of Representatives and the Senate, and then signed by George W. Bush. So it went into law on December 22nd, 2005. The first coins were minted starting January 1st, 2007. And as of this publication, this said that the last minted coin was Ronald Reagan on July 1st, 2016. So they'll pick up from Reagan on, if they haven't already. They may have. But just an interesting tidbit. The most interesting candidate for this, and I didn't know this at all, I learned this, Herbert Hoover, so the predecessor to Franklin D. Roosevelt. Look him up on Wikipedia. Fascinating. He served as our 31st president from 1929 to 1933. Born in Iowa, far from gold fields, nowhere around. Had no interest growing up in gold. However, he was in the first class of Stanford University, and he was studying other things, but he was talked into studying geology, so he ended up getting his geology degree. And soon after college, he went straight from Stanford University to the Goldfields, very nearby. Worked in Nevada City and Grass Valley, California, but because he had not just the work ethic to want to do in the mines, he had the brains behind it. So he got hired real quick from a London-based company, and they sent him off to Australia and worked the humongous goldfields of Coolgardie. So fascinating stuff. If you go in and read, like I said, just Wikipedia, Herbert Hoover, you'll see he went from Australia back home, ended up working at a major establishment in China. Invested, became very wealthy due to his mining experience in gold and other precious metals. So, in fact, that was before, during, and after his presidency. So, I was hoping there would be more presidents out of history that had an interest in mining, but I guess if you go big or go home, because he definitely did. Fascinating to see all his interests. So that's President's Day. Again, I wanted to bring it up because that was the last day we were on the creek. We had a fantastic day. You'll see in the video. I wasn't planning on shooting because I knew I've been so busy lately. I knew I wouldn't be able to get out in the creek, but it turned out to be a fantastic day. You'll see in the video kind of where I worked previously. Moved a little section, just missed it, and ended up paying off really well. In fact, I was kind of defeated almost 3/4 through the day, and something had those voices in my head saying, "No, let's go back and just check that little spot." And glad I did, as you'll see in the video. But I won't spoil it for you, but I'll just kind of set it up where I've been prospecting in North Carolina since 2001. Now a lot of that's just been able, because of Forest Service laws and everything, just minor crevicing and panning. Only really been sluicing the last 3 to 4 years, and only been running the dredge about 3 years, but mainly the last year and a half, primarily dredging and just a 2-inch. So, I found a good share of gold. I've worked in streams right next to folks that find big chunks of gold. They've eluded me for whatever reason. The biggest piece I ever found was 0.14 grams. So a decent little picker, but nothing incredible. I happened to find 4 better than that the last day we were out, one of which blew that away. So hope you enjoyed the video. It was a great day. It's not much to it. It's just the end of the day cleanups, kind of showing you some things, but we've been back out once since then. A great spot. You'll see kind of petered out. I got one other decent piece with some chunky pieces with it, but enjoy the video. It's real quick. Just want to show it to you. Stay tuned. I'm working on something really cool. It includes ore crushing and getting free mill gold out of it, all from North Carolina. So it's really cool. It's going to be a long one though. I'll probably have to break it up in 2 parts. Still got to do a little bit of work on it, a little more filming, edit it all. So hopefully, let's say within 2 to 3 weeks, we'll see. But I'll get that out to you. Also want to do one. A lot of people, I just see in passing. I don't want to, assume anything, but I want to do a video on my setup, or my tool set, I guess, for crevicing for gold. That's the first way I learned how to prospect for gold, was crevicing on the Yuba River out in California. So I had that frame of mind for a long time of just doing that, and missed out on some potentially good gold. But it's a really fun thing to do, especially in the summertime when it's nice and warm and the water levels drop. So I'm gonna do a video of my crevicing tools, especially my homemade little mouth handmade sucker tube. That is great. I wouldn't even bother crevicing if it weren't for it. So stay tuned to that. Hope you enjoy the videos. Don't forget, make comments, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff that YouTube likes you to do. But enjoy. Thanks. Hey y'all, I wasn't going to do a video, but I forgot to show y'all the gate last time. I said I would in the video and I never did, but here's our awesome little good access. And it was a good day today. Got a hole extending where we've been working, and Finally got a monkey off my back. Nice chunk there. And got all excited when I walked down here to the creek. Moved a ton of material. There was this and not a lot to go with it. Moved a lot of material. So I felt all happy and giddy, thinking I had the piece of the day. And then John has to one up me over here. Let's see the one you got this morning. Boom, look at that. Nice and chunky. Again, it was weird, not a lot of other gold to go with it.
Yeah, not many finds.
There's the one y'all saw from the last weekend.
Yep.
Just another grand piece. So. Anyways, water got deep. Looking way over on the far bank there. So abandoned it, came back. If you see the end of my nozzle there, it's kind of the top corner of the last video you saw where I was working. Decided, oh, let me just do a last minute hour run, see if I get some finds, get a little weight. And needless to say, the results were quite surprising. I moved a 2 foot long by a foot wide piece of ground, I'd say. And check this out. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All that came out of that little spot. Nice buttery gold. We're gonna get after it next time. We got a lot of tailings to move, and John's got a new sample spot over there. Should be some good gold up under it.